Good afternoon. My name is Kim Ottley, and I'm the Vice President of Public Policy for the Chamber of Commerce of Southwest Indiana. Today I have the pleasure of interviewing Jeff Worthington, who is a candidate seeking election to the office of school board. Please note that the same set of questions will be used for all candidates running for this office. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you.
Ready to get started?
I'm ready.
All right. Please state your name, office you're seeking, and your current position in employment.
My name is Jeff Worthington. I'm seeking the school board District 3 seat, and I'm a school resource officer at the Evansville Police Department.
Okay. What actions would you propose as a school board member to retain our existing teaching talent?
I believe we need to listen to our teachers and respond to their needs to the best of our ability. I will work with the Evansville Teachers Association and do what I can to make sure we have a workable relationship. I understand that the teachers are being overwhelmed with academic requirements, and the board needs to be supportive of our educators and administrative staff and provide positive feedback when deserved.
Great. As the I-STEP test scores are increasing, what actions do you propose to continue the positive upswing and guard against complacency? For instance, among Indiana's 293 public school districts, EVSC was 278th in its percentage of students, which is 59.9%, who passed both the language arts and math sections. And that's compliments in the Courier Press article.
I truly believe our teachers want to be the best, do the best for our students, and they won't become complacent. They will strive to be the best in the state, and the I-STEP scores can be misleading. They calculate the scores of special needs students and with those scores also. Even with educating some of these students to the best of our ability, these students will never be able to pass the test. Different corporations have different numbers of these students, and it's not reflected in their passing percentage. The Indiana Youth Institute states that 25% of our students under age 18 living in poverty in Vanderbilt County. We have services in place to help these kids, and that's partly, we have the free and reduced breakfast and lunch program. We have the clothing bank, after school, before school daycare, and social workers. What we cannot always control is some of the outside negative influences that affect these students. The negative influences endured by some of our students create a huge barrier for them to try to overcome.
Okay. Now that EVSC has dipped into the rainy day fund for existing projects, how do you propose for those funds to be replenished, or do you believe they should be replenished?
A board member's duty is to be a good financial agent and use existing dollars to the best of our ability. The state has a complex funding formula that can be confusing. The board must listen carefully to those who propose as well as those who oppose various uses for these dollars and make the best decisions for our students, educators, and taxpayers of this county. Corporations around the country are dealing with decreasing funds, and we need to urge our legislators to move education back up on their priority list. Being a police officer who's worked in schools for the last 14 years, I can tell you the money would be better spent educating students now as opposed to incarcerating some of them in the future because the system has failed them. Yes, the fund should be replenished, and as the economy improves, and set money aside when it's available.
Okay. What items would you add to or trim off of the school budget?
The teachers and support staff are our most valuable workers, and their salaries should reflect that. The salaries have not kept up with the cost of living increases in recent years, but our top-heavy downtown administration has seen significant increases. The downtown administrator's salaries should be comparable to those in the community, and if they're not, I believe they should be reduced.
Okay. Now that state law requires teachers to be evaluated, what do you think about it, and how would you go about implementing it?
I think teachers should be evaluated using multiple objective measures, the goal being to refine the teaching skills and support the developing teachers until it's clear they've met the standards. The statutory language specifically mentions the compensation system and should not reflect only experience, but the teacher's contributions to the classroom and the community. There are different teaching styles that engage students to reach the same goal. And I look forward to participating in the process of creating the evaluation and compensation plan.
Okay. How do you feel about teachers not being part of a union?
I believe they should be part of the union. As an Evansville police officer and member of the Fraternal Order of Police, I respect the Evansville Teachers Association, and I look forward to working with their bargaining unit.
Okay. Jeff, we greatly appreciate your time today. If you have a campaign, if you have a campaign website or contact information you'd like to share, please do so now.
You can reach me on Facebook at Jeff Worthington. I don't have a website or anything up and running. I'm just putting out signs.
That's great. Well, thank you again for your participation.
Thank you.